Hi and assalamu alaikum. Welcome back once again to Technology Information Channel. Today in this video we are going to explain the DFC electronics control module. This is the DSC 4510 and MK2 and DSC 4520 MK2 operator manual. Okay, we are explaining in this videos of the each output and input pins of this controller completely in this video. So before starting the video, a small request to all newcomers. If you are first time on my channel, please make sure to subscribe and also don't forget to hit the bell notification to getting latest update videos. So let's begin, and first of all show me the back side of this controller of the DFC 4510 and 4520. First of all, let me open the backside view of this controller. Just wait a couple seconds. So here we go, this one. As you can see on a screen, we have three tabby upper side and two is downside. Okay, TB means this is our terminal box. Okay, as you can see the upper side and lower side. Let me explain the each TBs. As you can see, the downside terminals from 1 to 9, this is 1 TB, and from 10 to 20. Okay, also USB, and the upper side, as you can see, the rating, UL rating, and terminal from 1 to 24, and terminals 25 to 28, and terminals 29 to 32. Okay, first of all, let's check the specification and inputs output current ratings and supply voltages. As you can see the top side, this module can be operated by the DC input supply, which is between N from 8 volt to 35 volt DC, maximum 5.5 0.5 amperes. Okay, understand? And as you can see, this controller output for the fuel for the crank. Okay, as you can see, from 30 volt 5 ampere to this is the maximum, and the minimum is from the 2 amperes, as you can see, from 6 volt to 9 volt. Okay, understand? And the DC inputs, maximum you can give the input supply to this controller 30 volt. Okay, and AC volt input maximum 600 volts, 50 and 60 hertz, single phase or three phase. And AC current inputs is 5 ampere, 60 hertz, 50 hertz, single phase, three phase. In charging alternators, 30 volt maximum. This can operated by 24 volt or 12 volt. Okay, 2.5 watt maximum. Magnetic pickup MPU sensor from 70 volt to 10 kilohertz maximum. Common port 5 volt maximum. Understand? So this is the specification and rating of this controller. So let's move to the block wiring diagram to explain each pins. Okay, so let's begin and explain the each input and output. First of all, the left side, as you can see, pin number 1, this is our negative input from the battery. Okay, and pin number 2 is battery positive. Understand? But the positive, you should to install the fuse maximum 2 amperes. Okay, as you can see, this is attached with the battery, but in the reality you need to use the fuse and also the circuit breaker for the safety purpose to prevent the burn or damage this controller, because this controller is too expensive. Okay, so after that, as you can see, pen number 3 and 4, this is two output for the fuel and start, understand? But as you can see here, in the middle between we have the emergency push button. That's the emergency push buttons contacts. Normally close contact were used when we press the emergency push button. These two can take break by pressing the emergency push button. And the fuel and the cranking supply is disconnected when the emergency push button is engaged. Understand? As you can see, this from the out A and B positive output. This controller fuel and cranking output from the 3 and 4 is positive. Okay, to the relay coil side, not directly to the fuel solenoid or the cranking starter motor is. You need to first of all send only signal from this controller from pin number 3 to the fuel relay coil side positive, and the starter motor relay coil side positive. Okay, after that, pin number 5, as you can see, pin number 5 is coming to the charging alternator WL point. WL point means warning light. Okay, when the charging alternator is failed, this controller will show on screen charging is failed. Okay, after that, as you can see here, from 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, this 4 output is used for the senders. Okay, sender means only showing you the gauge, the level, the pressure. Okay, only determined. As you can see, the pin number 10 is common of the all sensors. Okay, and 11 is analog input. Okay, it's going to the oil pressure sender video. Okay, and coolant temperature sensor, this is going to the pin number 12, and the fuel level sensor pin number 13 is going to the fuel level sensor, only showing you a fuel on a screen, how much fuel we have and how much temperature we have and how much oil pressure we have. This sender also working for the like a safety switch. When the oil pressure is low, engine is over temperature or low fuel in a tank, that can automatically shut down your engine to prevent from the damage. Understand? Okay, after that, as you can see here, this is the input configurable remote start pin number 14. Okay, this is the normally open contacts. You can control through the relay this contacts. Okay, when the relay close this contact, this getting negative supply from the system to this contact feed pin number 14, and this generator sense this controller. We have no to start the generator. Okay, because this is used for the remote control system. And pin number 15, as you can see, this is the input configurable for the emergency push stop. When we push the emergency button, this indicates the warning on the screen and show emergency push button is engaged. Okay, let me show this controller once again. Here on this screen, this will show, here's the emergency push button when the emergency push button is pressed. Okay, The pin number 16. This is user configurable negative input. Okay, negative input you can configure for everything you like a warning or some beep sound, some indication, some light, some horn, to understand which problem is occurred inside a generator. Okay, and also the 17 is same like that. So after that, as you can see, the battery positive input pin number 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this is the positive output. Okay, positive output. The pin number 6 is user configurable output cgen breaker close. Okay, that's used to control the generator breaker open or close through this wire. Okay, means you use the contactor for the this controller is used as an AMF controller. Okay, auto means failure. After that, the 7, 8, 9, this is the 5 volt 5 volt 5 volt DC output. Okay, as you can see, we have 4 DC output contacts from the pin 6 to the pin 9. Understand? And the pin 18, 19, this is the kin high, low and screen wide. Which engine have ECU, ECM model that will be usable in a ECU model engine. But you can skip it if you not have a ECU model engine. Okay. The upper side is you can see pin 29, 30 and 31. This is the 3 CT input and the all CT common in pin 32. After that, from pin 21 to 24, generator 3 phases input and neutral. Okay, also as you can see here, GBCR, this is the generator circuit breaker. Okay, and this is the complete wiring diagram of the DSC 4510 and DSC 4520 MKII models. If you have further any question, please write comment below in comment section. I will give you the complete detail and response in this video comment section. Thanks for watching. See you all next time and goodbye.